I am Emily Doerr. I'm the executive director of the Michigan Land Bank Authority, a statewide entity that serves all 83 counties, but specifically works in the 37 counties that don't have county land banks. I also live in Flint, Michigan, and I grew up in Flint, but then moved back in 2016. And I'm a very proud Flint resident. I run Flint city bike tours in my spare time, giving tours of different assets around the city of Flint, and have served for the Michigan Land Bank Authorities for about almost coming up on 2 years now. I have found in the 15 years of working in community and economic development around the state of Michigan that leadership authentically connects with people. And I think that women do that naturally, but really being in a leadership role, I think that it allows to be a strong leader that has vision, but also has empathy. And that empathy allows people to connect. And so I think that I'm so honored as a female leader to be able to have people buy into the vision because they feel like they're a part of it. And I think that being a woman helps me kind of bring people together in that way. I would offer advice to women who want to do this work and also want to be in a leadership position, maybe not in real estate development, but in general. Trust your instincts, absolutely. Your instincts around how to treat people, how to prioritize what needs to be done, just maybe what to avoid or even projects or partners to avoid. Trust your instincts. And in leadership, and maybe that's just leadership in general, perhaps, as I would say to any woman watching this. And then specific to real estate development, it is a very male-dominated world. I think it's important to know that you can't fix problems with the same type of thinking that was used to create the problems. And therefore, I love men. I don't mean this in a male bashing way, but we have a lot of problems with land use and real estate and our economy and our housing. And we have a lot of issues that need to be fixed. And those were done in times when everyone in the room was male. And so what I would say is the inclusion of women in these conversations absolutely is going to help find solutions that were not there before, because we are bringing new types of thinking and new abilities to the table. I think there's a lot of different ways to help women recover economically after the pandemic. Obviously, mothers face additional burdens than women in the workforce who are not mothers. And so I think being able to access childcare, very excited about continued expansion and investment in childcare for working moms. But I think in general, the pandemic introduced this idea of more flexibility to what the workday looks like. And that is, I think, a good thing, because you have flexibility that you can fit more things into your day somehow. I feel like that's something that women frequently do, is try to have even more on our plates somehow. And I think coming out of the pandemic, reassuring ourselves that we can do less better is probably the opposite of this concept of like, well, we can have it all, or we should be able to do it all. And I disagree. I think that women, myself included, we need to give ourselves the ability to say, no, I'm not going to focus on that. And instead, yes, I'm going to focus on these things and do less better. That gives us the opportunity to thrive with where we are focusing, instead of feeling like we are doing everything at a lower level than what we want to do. And I do think it was like that pre-pandemic, but in general, I've seen that across the board, growing during and post. I don't know that we can even say post-pandemic yet, but really as we are coming out of it, I think giving ourselves the grace and the honesty to say what we want to focus on and do less better. And I, myself included, need to give myself that